Hey guys, welcome to my new car. I have purchased a Mercedes 190e. Scene points. So this is my new to me 190e. It's a 1991 model and it's a 1.8 petrol. But the surprising thing to me is that it came with a manual gearbox. Now, you may be asking, why has he bought a 190e? Now, for as long as I can remember, I've always wanted a 190e. But I've never been in a position where I could just go, yeah, all right, I'll go and buy one. So this one came up on eBay. It was relatively local. Went and had a look at it, and it looks very clean underneath from what we could see in the car park where it was sat. I got speaking to a guy on Instagram, and I wasn't in love with the CLK. So I wanted to sort of come up with an idea of doing something a little bit special. And I got speaking to someone who had put the 5.5 out the CLK into a 190e, and I thought, do you know what, that'd be pretty cool. I reckon I could do that. So I immediately bought the 190e, realised I wouldn't be able to do that, so put the CLK up for sale. But I am going to engine swap this eventually. This is a long-term project. I'm not going to sell it after 6 months. And Rob, stop shaking your head. So we purchased this car from Chatham Historic Dockyard, which is in Kent. And it's where they actually filmed Call the Midwife. While we're looking around this car, they do a Call the Midwife tour where someone dresses up in the old Victorian garms and does a guided tour of Chatham Historic Dockyard. So you can imagine us buying a car in a car park while there's women walking past dressed up as, I don't know, 1920s, 1940s midwives. Then it was a very surreal experience, but alas, we still bought the car. It does have a few little niggly issues that need sorting, like every car I buy. But it seems all right. So if we go through the bits that we need to sort first, and then we'll touch on bits that I'm going to do to it, and we'll also touch on the good parts about this car. Side of the car, it is very, very clean. The only issue with this side of the car is that this arch all the way around has gone rusty. The rust is starting to come through there. I don't know whether someone's tried to touch it in with a bit of paint or something before, but the paint's flaking off around there and it is a bit rusty. Coming around to the front of the car now, plastic bumpers all faded. It's got some sort of contaminant on it. I will be changing the front bumper on this. Undecided on what route I'm going to go yet, but I will be changing it, so that's not the end of the world. Now, if you know Chatham, you know it's quite
rough and ready?
Yes, I didn't want to say that, but so someone has stolen the hood ornament while it was sat in the car park at the dockyard. And what they've done, I think, is they've just ripped it out because there's still the metal ring that goes round the hood ornament in the car, so I'd need to get a new one of them. Headlights are a bit cloudy. I'm not even going to attempt to restore these because on this one, if you see, I think that's actually mould inside the headlight. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably just buy some new headlights for it. 3D number plates. If you do that, you're a heathen. Don't know why anyone would put 3D number plates on a car. It looks shit. They'll be coming off.
Also,
screws.
most secure number plate in the world, look.
And I guarantee every one of these screws is rusted, so I'm going to have to cut them off. Coming down this side of the car then, hubcaps got a bit of paint flake coming off them. Oh, and I've just noticed there's a bit of rust there as well, so I'll probably need 2 new wings. Adding to the shopping list.
Living the dream.
Coming down this side, this door, pretty good. This door, someone's had a scrape down it and a bit of a dent. It looks like they've touched it in with paint again. Not the best job, but it will either need repairing properly or a new door. Parts for this car aren't actually that bad. There's quite a lot of people breaking them, so parts are very easy to come by, especially panels. A bit of gaffer tape around the aerial, and the guy said that it used to leak into the boot. I felt underneath there. I can't feel any holes, but we're not going to peel back the forbidden gaffer tape until we are ready to do something about it. Not sure if it's standard or whether all the 1.8s came with this, because I've seen a few 190Es with this spoiler. A little bit of paint flake around it, but I think it looks pretty cool. Again, 3D number plates, they got to go. 4 screws as well. Extra security. 1.8 badge, that's going. I might replace it with a 5.5 badge. Oh. Again, general bodywork. Just a little bit of paint flake in here. And also the mirror is cracked. Someone's had a whack at that. So I've got a new mirror glass in the car already. We're going to fit that today, so that will be sorted. Do we want to take a look inside? Sound.
I did miss one thing, and I'm going to point it out to you now because I like to pick your cars, don't I?
Please don't.
And it's probably the worst bit. Shall we go look?
The engine.
The engine is shit, but no. Follow me. Follow Ollie. Go down there. Go down there. Walk down there. And then you're going to take a look. Oh, you can't actually see it. The rusty hole in the boot. There. Rust.
Yeah, so he said there was a hole there, and that's how water was getting in. But I jet washed it the other day, and no water got in at all.
Don't know, he's on about. Also, he did leave some stuff in it.
Yeah, I know. Coat hangers.
Coat hangers, in case you want to end it all.
That's my Stana gloss bag.
I know. Bloody bags.
5W40 FS Pro Drive Tech Oil.
Okay, that looks budget. I've never heard of
If
Drive
you're
Tech.
reading this, I'm upside down. Tissue box.
Okay, in case you need to wipe your ass.
Power steering fluid.
Nice.
And Rain-X rain repellent.
Ooh, I like a bit of Rain-X.
I like
We've got
Rain-X.
about 4 bottles out here already.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And it also comes with this nice LED strip. That doesn't look stock, does it?
See, I don't know if it is.
It looks a bit aftermarket, that, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, moving on to the good bits about this car, and surprisingly, they are all in the interior. So this car is a 1991. It's done 150,000 miles. Sunroof, electric, still works, surprisingly. The seats, they look immaculate. There is no rips and tears anywhere. Normally the bolster on the driver's seat goes, obviously because you're getting in and out of your car all the time. I don't know why I'm still wearing my gloves. Bolster goes, but not on this car. Manual gearbox. Coming down here, you've got very 90s wood trim. Electric windows in the front, but not in the rear, because I believe that was a top spec model option to have rear electric windows. Very strange. I know everyone that knows 190Es knows this, but I didn't know this until I bought one. The wing mirror on the driver's side is manually adjustable with a little lever here. However, the passenger side one is controlled electronically from the centre console. That needs changing because it's all come loose. So, these cars in Germany we use for taxis, and I can operate the rear light for my passengers from the front. There is a switch just behind the steering wheel here that turns that on and turns it off. We've also got electric heated mirrors. For 1991, we're in the space age. Holders in the glove box.
They are terrible, aren't they?
Obviously,
not use them whilst driving.
for use when you're parked up, when you're having a picnic with your wife and 7 kids.
Or your best mate.
Or your best mate. Because as soon as you start driving, drink's going to fly everywhere. One thing you do notice, all plastic trims, no dog hairs. Good. Lights are all on a switch down here. You pull out for the fog light. I did also notice that the horn is quite embarrassing.
Go on, do it.
You can't without the ignition on.
That's actually quite strange. I thought you could most cars.
And one thing Rob didn't like about driving it is that key is this side And then because the key's there, you haven't got an indicator stalk there or anything like that, or washers. So all the indicators, washers, lights are all over this side of the car. One stalk. He has put an aftermarket radio in it before I bought it. JVC, not the best, doesn't get signal anywhere. Probably the aerial's fault. But it does have USB and AUX, so I can listen to my banging tunes. Ashtray and lighter.
What's in there?
And there's also a business card in here for Rattle and Hum Studios.
Oh, is that where you play music?
Turner's Close, Sheerness.
Oh.
You do not want to go there. Sheerness, I'm sure the studios are pretty cool.
Yeah, just to clarify, we mean Sheerness as a place,
Yeah.
not as a, not slagging off the business. Cool.
Another ashtray here for the
Oh, yeah,
rear
okay.
passengers, which also has 20p in, so we're 20p up. This car has got 12 months MOT on it now. I took it to an MOT tester and it went straight through. Did have a few advisories which we're going to sort of pick up on and fix, but it's still roadworthy, so it's a good car. He said it was very clean underneath, which we will have a look underneath in a minute when we get it back up on the ramp. And the MOT tester used to own one of these, and he gave me a Haynes manual for it. So how do we change the piston and jet needle assembly? We need a grub screw and a plastic collar. Good to have. So the other issue that this car has is it has got a slight oil leak. You can see it there, and I believe it is leaking from the same position on the back of the engine as well. Not massive. I haven't topped it up. I've done about 150 miles in it now, and I haven't topped the oil up. It's probably due a top up, but it's not leaking that badly. So plans for it then. I've already mentioned I want to lower it. I'm going to turn this into a bit of a show car, because that was my plans with the previous car, but just didn't really work out because I sort of fell out of love with it. Body kit 100%, because at the moment it looks like it's got an overbite. Don't know whether I'm going to go Evo 2. A lot of 190E owners, the second they get their car, they go out and buy an Evo 2 body kit, so I don't know whether I'm going to do that. I do quite like the look of the Cosworths. You can get the body kits for the Cosworths relatively cheap off of ones that have gone rusty and the body kits have fallen off. So yeah, definitely body kit, definitely engine at some point. Got a few options. If CLK doesn't sell, then I will be potentially shoehorning that in there. You've got the M103, which I believe is from the SLK, but don't quote me on that. I'm not a massive Mercedes man, but they can be supercharged for 250 horsepower, or they can be turbocharged for 350 horsepower, which in a car that's this small is more than enough, basically, because I'm a pussy.
Amen to that.
Apart from that, I want to change the passenger side wing mirror, because all 190Es came with a large mirror on the driver's side and a small square mirror on the passenger side. I think when you look at the car from the front, it looks a bit shit, so I'm going to try and get a left-hand driver's mirror for this. You'll probably lose the electric function on it, because obviously the driver's side isn't electric, but at least it will look better. General bodywork tidy up, wheels, coilovers, eventually maybe air ride. Let's get it up in the air, have a look underneath, see how clean or rusty it is. Knowing my luck, I always buy rusty cars. So underneath is actually pretty clean. You can see the remnants of the oil leak from down here, but again, it's not much there. I think it's just a rocker cover gasket, so we're going to do a maintenance video in the near future. Hit me up in the comments if you know. I would like to convert this from bolts to studs, Can anyone let me know where I can buy a kit? Because that would be helpful. So yeah, apart from that, I think we've made a relatively good purchase.
So do I.
And for the same price as Rob's scissor lift.
Look at that. Look, I mean, we've got a whole video on this now. Should be out on the channel. If you're interested in one of these lifts, got any questions, give us a shout.
But yeah, well, that's it. Thanks for watching. Plenty of stuff to come up on this. I'm not just going to say that and then sell it like every other car I've ever bought. I'm actually going to keep this as a long-term project, and I've got some plans for the future, so this one will be sticking around. Thanks for watching. God bless. Mercedes all the way. Sound.